Hi everyone, this is the companion video for section 8.4 on annuities. Okay, so I have my screen on here. We're finding the future value of an ordinary annuity using this spreadsheet. So this spreadsheet is titled Chapter 8 Spreadsheet. We used it back in section 8.2, but there's these tabs at the bottom, these three, and there's also a tab for section 8.5. But we're going to use these three tabs for three different examples. There's also a spreadsheet titled Annuities in the Dropbox that you can choose to download, and it has the exact same three tabs, but this is one that you already have, so I figured I would just use this one. Okay, so in the example we have Christian. He buys cafe lattes for $1.95 at Starbucks. I think they cost quadruple that, I don't know, 6 days a week. If instead he puts his money into an ordinary annuity, excuse me, how much would he have in the account if he deposits his monthly savings into the annuity for 15 years? So you have a little bit of preliminary work in this one. We're going to take that $1.95 times 6 for the 6 days, and then times 4 for 4 weeks in a month. So $1.95 times 6 times 4, I got $46.80 in my calculator. Okay, so that's the first step. And then I'm going to go over here into the spreadsheet. The amount is what I am depositing daily. Okay, and that I just got was $46.80. Okay, so that's the first thing you change. Then the interest rate is 3%. So I'm going to change the interest rate from 0.06 to decimal point 0.03 for 3%. The number of years is not 2. The number of years is 15. So we're going to change the 2 to a 15. The number of compoundings per year, how often is he making that deposit? It says he's doing it monthly. So we're going to change that 4 to a 12. And holy cow, he's got 10 grand just by skipping Starbucks for 15 years. But at the end of 15 years, he has $10,622.32. That's pretty awesome. The amount that he deposited, Christian, was $8,424, and the total interest is $2,198.32. Okay, so that's how you use this first tab of the spreadsheet to answer that type of question. Next, let's look at this example here where we're calculating payments for a sinking fund. All right, so it says assume that you wish to have $1,800 in a sinking fund in 2 years. So 2 years from now, I need $1,800. Maybe I'm using it as a down payment for a car. You get 6% compounded quarterly, and you make your payments quarterly. All the problems, we should have the same payments quarterly and compoundings quarterly. It'll be the same for both. Okay, and it says, what should your payment be? All right, so because it says sinking funds, I'm going to go to the sinking funds tab on my spreadsheet. Excuse me. This is some other problem somebody else was working on, but I want to retire with, all right, I'm not retiring in the example, but we're still going to use that language here, $1,800. And hey, the 6% is the same, so I don't need to change that, but if I did, I would just type in decimal point 0.06. It's not 30 years from now, it's only 2 years from now, okay? And it's not 12 compounding periods per year, it's 4 compoundings per year. Hit enter on that, and I need to deposit $213 every quarter and 45 cents every quarter in order to establish that $1,800 sinking fund, in order to have that much money 2 years from now. Okay, so that's the second type of question that you'll be asked in this annuities section. And the third type is finding the time required to, in this case, accumulate $1 million. I want $1 million. How long until I can retire, basically, is the idea. I'm going to put $200 every month out of my paycheck into an annuity that pays an interest rate of 8%. How many years until I can retire with my $1 million bank account? All right, so because we're looking for the time, finding the time, we're going to go to the time tab on my spreadsheet. and change what we need to change. Okay, $1 million, somebody already did this problem, right? We're gonna keep that $1 million the same, all right? Interest rate, hey, okay, that's gonna stay the exact same. But if I needed to change the first one, if I wanted to just do $500, right, I could change that. But in this case, it is $1 million, so that's a 1 with 6 zeros. 8%, so that next box is 0.08. I'll just type it in even though it already says 8%. Compoundings per year. It does say in the problem each month. So we're going to leave that 12 as a 12. And we're putting $200 in each month. So we're going to leave that $200 as a $200. Okay. And what does it look like we need? Where it is, number of years. This box right here, 44.3 years. The bottom box, the total number of compoundings, is how many $200 payments I made into that annuity. So over the 44.3 years, I made deposits 532-ish times. So 532 deposits over the 44.3 years. Okay, so how long until I can retire? A little bit more than 44 years is the answer to that question. Okay, so that's how you use the spreadsheet. When you get to My Math Lab to doing the homework assignment, it will remind you not only to use the spreadsheet, but also each problem will remind you which tab to be on in the spreadsheet. But if you get confused on it at all, please let me know. I am more than happy to help you work through these problems. If you click on the help tools, My Math Lab will tell you to use the formula. Good luck using the formula. It's a bear. I can use the formula, but for the purposes of this class, you should use the spreadsheet. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for listening, watching. Have a wonderful day.